I was gonna say let's try to find the one drop, but Hellfire is good especially in the situation where you don't have the early drop, because then you can just bait until he overextends. So now I kind of wish I had kept the coil, but this is the only scenario where coil's good. Most of the time they're not dropping a 2-1. Usually they're dropping 1-3s. Or coining out a totem golem. Although I have the coin. Feather's good. Probably take a Soulfire or Corruption. Corruption seems kind of slow. Like, the main thing you want to cap Corruption on is the 7/7. That might be a solution. Because we can Hellfire anything else, but we can't really deal with the 7/7. Flamemaker betrayed you. That's why I hate that. I hate that deck. You just hate the feeling of not drawing, catching up the armor gain in the end, especially if they drop just a card early. At least feels like a get even card. Yeah, but the problem with that is even if you run Elise, you may get outvalued in terms of they might just have more cards than you. So they have, in the end, if they also run Elise and you have to cycle so quickly, it'll just be at least in Elise battle, but you have fewer legendaries than they do. I'm gonna go with this or just coin Hellfire. I kind of like this better. It baits him into buffing this one up, so if he goes Feral Spirits, then that's ideal. The worst case would be if he plays a 7/7. And that's not even so bad because we can just ping this with the 1/1 now and just Hellfire, so it's pretty good. And I think there was a question about Harrison. You don't have to run Harrison because you run Ooze, so just run another 5-drop, 5-drop maybe. It's free to play, not pay to win, right? Yeah, I have some gold on Agent now. Now that people have been requesting those 80 gold quests for me, that's really helpful for building up a gold collection. Always happy to help. Oh, if he plays the Horse Rider, I'm gonna think that he also runs Doomhammer in this kind of deck. So let's save Harrison for that. Jiraxis is a bit of a clunky draw. I'll just drop Abusive then. One other option is like Faceless this. But it would have been nice if he plays the 7/7 to Faceless it and then play Corruption on the 7/7. I don't know why he's playing so slowly though. Okay. If he's dumb, he pops the shield on the Squire. So that's good. And try to tap to find taunt targets and also healing. We have refreshment vendors and looking for taunt targets. We have a lot of low drops still. The Squires are really good for Argus. So finally there's a Dung Hammer. We're gonna overdraw, but that's okay. We can give out the coin first. You got some healing. Whatever we overdraw is not a huge deal, because I'd probably just give it the coil though, in case I draw into another healing. Or Argus. Second Argus. We discarded a second refreshment, so I'm looking for second Argus and also just cheaper minions to taunt up. I guess I'm not claiming that at least would be too useful. It's in a down-to-wire match with control, but she'd be more than useful than an Armor Smith in the same losing position. Yeah, that's arguable, I suppose. I'm gonna do Faceless. I want to do Refreshment Vendor, Squire, and Argus on those. I guess the corruption is just to force him to trade instead of just discouraging him from just Lava Burst. Or in case he Lava Bursts this also will die. Yeah, I guess it's fine dropping Squire too then. We have healing from the Draxus and Vendor, but basically we just need to set up taunts. Once we set up taunts, we're okay. Because we just outcarded him by a lot. We already naturally outcard this Shaman, but because of Harrison we also just rub that in. Personally, I refrain from taking corruption without a small taunt like Voidwalker. I'm actually just fine taunting these up. Squire value. Do you think there's any room for Siphon Soul? That's what I was saying. If you want to remove things like Harrison, or you don't want to run Ragnaros, you can run more defensive cards like Siphon Soul. Up to you. But yeah, Stormfever, you're right. If you have a small taunt, which prevents him from hitting face with like the 7/7, corruption is really good then. Alright, same mofo again. Okay, so all of these are good. And we know he runs Donghammer, so our Ooze and Harrison are definitely getting value. I'm probably the only hunter on NA who got Golden Portrait from Mech deck. Wow, Mech Hunter. Oh, by the way, I did get Golden Warrior on Asia finally, so I actually have Golden Warrior on all servers. That was just like last night. What do you think about Shaman deck Frodo is playing? What's the Shaman deck? Yeah, shut up. I think I'd go Doomsayer here. Like, it's the hardest for him to clear right now. Yeah, essentially stalls him from developing anything this turn. And then we get initiative again with Dark Peddler. Ideally, probably just get Imp Game Boss. Once Shaman has even just 2 things on board, it's not that hard to clear Doomsayer. Flame Tongue Totem does a lot of work. I guess Soulfire out of these. Does Squire make sense if you're playing Doomsayer on 2? I think it's fine. It helps trade with the board to make sure Doomsayer goes off on 2. Like, it helped trade with the token. If I didn't have a Squire on board and he had 2 tokens, then I feel like it's quite likely that it gets punished, or it gets traded away. I don't really mind discarding any card in here. He's got 3 mana. Does he really want Lava Burst this? If he plays Feral Spirits, we have Hellfire ready. I guess coin would have been nice to coin out Emperor. I guess I probably would have preferred Ragnaros got discarded. Oh my god. You get Donghammer, he has to tank this twice. We get to play Emperor. We're still at 29 health, so doing pretty well. I wonder if he's running Lightning Storm in his version. Hey Heartbleed, how's it going? Would Alex Siphon still be a good replacement for Rag in either Earthen or something like Shadow Bolts or another Shadow Flame? Shadow Bolt seems like an interesting card. Yeah, you could try a Shadow Bolt in there if you don't want to run Bran. Honestly, it's up to you. A couple cards different, it's still gonna work. Like the essence of the deck is still there. It's a combo Warlock deck. Frodan was playing Nazoth. Oh, Nazoth Shaman? I've never seen that. Alright, that's pretty overextension into Hellfire. You got lucky on the totem there. So we tap first, ooze. Probably hang on to it. I don't have a Harrison in hand yet. He probably has the thing from below for why he wants to totem so much. Okay, so we're gonna ooze that. I don't think we should be greedy and just wait one more turn. Rockbiter punishes us pretty hard. So we'll tap, we'll ooze. Got a dead draw there, unfortunately. So this is 14 burst. Yeah, no worries, Husblade. Which is the most throwaway card at this point? Starving Buzzard, Undertaker, or Warsong Commander? All of them got nerfed to Oblivion. I think they're all equal. Can I afford to tap? I've already seen both Flame Tongue Totems. Yeah, we've seen one of the Dong Hammers. Do I need a risk tapping? I feel like we can just go Rag. Maybe I don't need a risk tapping. I have mostly what I need in hand. I have a Taunt Giver. This will probably stick on the board. We can taunt this up. Probably don't need to take risks here. And then we have Draxus for healing in case he does try for some kind of burst. And we'll see if he's running Hex or not. Wow, he has to throw his burst at this. Okay. Lava Burst. Okay. Yeah, I was a little bit afraid of the Lava Burst. Now that I've seen those, I'm more okay with tapping. But do we even need to tap? We can just go Draxus mode, I think. I feel pretty safe. You guys are talking about the Ancestral Shaman? Yeah, Ancestral Shaman. I don't know. Doesn't seem like a powerful enough wing. It's good against aggro, sure. You get the big taunts, you get the Ancestral Spirit off. It wins against aggro, but against I've seen it lose against Control Warriors still. Seems kind of bad. Oh, this deck is doing work. I'm actually curious about testing this some more against Dragon Warrior. That's the matchup I'm not too sure about. Because BGH was actually kind of useful. Since they have the 9/9, they have Rag, they have Grom when it gets activated. So they have things that are 7 or greater attack. And I don't run Siphon Soul. It should be pretty good against Pirate Warrior though. As long as you don't like not draw your early game, which we have a lot of early game. Drex is the coolest effect of any legendary. Yeah, it's pretty insane. It's basically to enable Warlock to go into fatigue. Because Warlock's hero power is useless in fatigue, right? We go Peddler. When do we play Doomsayer? Like, Peddler just dies to the weapon. I think I'd go with Doomsayer now. Make sure the board is cleared, make sure you can't develop anything. I can be greedy and follow up with Brand next turn instead of Peddler. Brand is pretty good. I guess he gets punished by Corcoran. But we could potentially get double Peddler value. And we also have a Refreshment Vendor follow-up. Nice. So I'm pretty happy with that, Brand. Although in this case, I probably want to Abusive, otherwise the Brand gets traded off without getting any value trade. So I'll probably just take the double Peddler value. And Abusive. Soulfire is good here. Clears that off. And then Healing seems okay. We can actually heal so it doesn't die there. Not like that. That's fine. That's actually the best discard. I like keeping this, I like keeping the Harrison as well. You hit the Brand, right? Pretty sure that can't go face. Pretty sure it has to hit the Brand. Yep. Question is, do you want to Harrison that, or do we want to wait for the Arcanite Reaper? I feel like I'm not so afraid of that weapon. We know there's bigger weapons. There's like Arcanite Reaper in the deck. So let's actually be greedy on the Harrison. Let's say he plays Arcanite Reaper upgrade, goes face, and he's like, ha ha ha, I can kill him in 4 turns or so, 4 or 5 turns. Then we just Harrison it. Arcanite Reaper. Upgrade. Upgrade it. Never upgrade. Feels bad, man. Interesting. So he does run Corcoran. Do we care about facelessing that? Maybe not. I just coil first. Shadow Flame. Argus. Definitely want full Argus value. So we're not going to play Argus until we get full taunt up. Poor aggro decks. getting farmed, bro. You net deck and you get farmed. Yeah, Benbro's not the only one person doing balancing. That's right. He's just more of the public figure, you know. Don't blame him for the whole team's work.